Here's the rabbit garden with some turkeys just outside. And I wanted to point out my to-do list. So I've started putting boughs on the inside decoratively. Over on this side too. So I'm going to continue that around the perimeter. And then also, Matt helped repair this playpen, and so I'm going to dig some grooves for that to fit solidly. That's going to be more permanent now. So it's also going to have some rabbit toys like platforms or whatever for them to play with. And then off of the straw bales, right now there's just some roofing panels to show the size, but I have 2 sliding glass doors, and so those are going to be laid on there with hinges to open from the sides for a cold frame. So I'm going to dig maybe a foot deep there for the cold frame to be sunken. Pretty excited about that. Juniper is hopping again today. I need to haul dirt and move dirt to fill in some of the rabbit holes around that merry-go-round. That pen comes in handy. And then over there, I've been cleaning up a stash of bottles to surround the pecan tree and make a bottle wall seat. I've got this oddball stash of chock full of nuts coffee cans. Hi, Igor. Anyways, to my mind, it could have kind of a Andy Warhol pop art, rustic, eclectic sort of part of a bottle wall, but it hasn't quite gelled. I love that these winter grasses are still green and they're getting munched by the rabbits, but this is the idea, to put boughs, and that will create more sheltered nooks and crannies. This past fall I had planted a mix all along this perimeter, but the rabbits do eat it a lot. But it's still alive. There's some clover and grass. There's a daikon radish under there. So there is life. It's just tiny. It's putting up with nights in the teens. But it's still alive. And the rabbits do put a lot of pressure on that. So anyways, all down this perimeter is going to have branches. So I'm thinking it will create little pockets that are both rabbit proofed and rabbit friendly at the same time. Hi, Juniper. Yep. And so it's going to take 80 bottles to go around this pecan tree. And that's because I know one day this pecan tree is going to be a beautiful shade tree, and it'll be so awesome to have a garden bench, a circular garden bench to sit on underneath its shade and enjoy junior rabbit litters hopping around in this playpen. So over here by here, I've just kind of leaned these shade boards. There, now that I've moved them, you can see the straw bales used to be like right there. You can kind of see the outline around them. And then the rabbits dug this amazing burrow. It goes further than anything I've been able to measure. It just goes on and on. They love it. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to block that off. They can dig another one. And this is going to be just sunken slightly. And then I'll probably pile soil and rocks along the perimeter. And I want to give them some like wooden hopping, hiding structures. They like to go on top of stuff. And they like to go underneath stuff. So keep the young ones busy in there when their heads are too small. Like this has chicken wire. Hi, Juniper. You gonna go down the rabbit hole? The playpen has chicken wire, whereas the garden fence is like 2-inch by 4-inch, I want to say. Fencing wire. So little babies can actually get their heads through the main perimeter. Such a friendly little guy. Right, so this is a good place for when they start to be weaning age to come out. And here on the other side, these roofing panels are just kind of showing the spacing that it's going to be with the sliding glass doors that are going to be the panes forming the cold frame. And that way can grow winter vegetables, can propagate things, can protect things, and then we can switch out the glass panels for shade cloth panels and have like a shade station for when the UV is crazy and we're trying to propagate. So I'm looking forward to this propagation cold frame station. Right, so around and about that unit here, I need to mulch everything, and then I want to build up this planter around this pond, such as it is. Get the fountain going again, and I'm going to start putting the prunings from the willow trees in there. And what I want to try weaving with the willow whips, but maybe we'll get some propagation started and grow more willow trees. And I really have a dream of the planter kind of forming a backdrop of plants and color, so when I look out the window I can enjoy it. And birds do come and land on this bough, so that's nice. The rabbits have no shortage of hole digging areas, so these need to be taken care of because they're right on the edge. I'm thinking that perimeter of branches will give them places to kind of hide but not dig so much, and plants will also be able to grab hold and get a little bit of wind shelter. So the perimeter of branches is going to be awesome. And this is a toy for the rabbits. They can go under there and they fit through the hole in the cinder blocks. So that's a nice little hidey place for rabbits. Right, Juniper? Right, so I think I'm going to take the whips from the willow tree and weave them into this corner fence. And if they touch the ground and take root, that's great. If not, that's fine because I'll do a wattle and daub. That's a pack cob clay adobe into the wire fencing that's woven with willow whips to form like an adobe wall. I want to put glass and mosaic and any trees that do grow, that's fine. This area maybe will develop some soil. We'll find out. Right now the ant pile is dormant, but there's a leaf cutting ant pile right under this. So I like to feed it stuff to keep it busy before it comes out and starts attacking the garden. And I've left all of these grasses tall for rabbits to take cover. They've dug holes a lot. They've nibbled down in the herb patch. So this was at first the only place where I had to grow edible foods, stuff like that, herbs, vegetables. But now that I have other places, this is just going to be rabbit friendly stuff, like how this area, and it did reseed. There's tiny life down in there, and I haven't really even been watering since the nights turned cold, but there is green down at the base, and I think the seeds from the pasture mix that was growing in there are all gonna come back along with more sunflowers, and we'll just keep this as a rabbit friendly area. All right, well, I've rambled long enough. Cheers and blessings.